Amy and I were trying to understand the history that we're in, and we started looking on the internet, and I'm just going to go through some of the stuff that I found. Wanted to understand a bit more about the Indian trading company that was going on, that was very linked to when we were going over to America. That's it there. It seemed to change its name a bit and called all those things there. We're trying to work out what happened, really. Was there any more information that we could find? And we came across this, that the Mongol Empire was in control, really, or had a big part. There you go, there's all the information there. And I think there's a bit more here. Oh, gone too far. There you go. That's also the East India Company. Just looking through this, they were into cotton, silk, indigo dye, salt, spices, tea, opium, and humans. There you go, slaves. These people were into slavery, selling, buying, whatever. There, the Mongol Empire from 1206 to 1294. And then we've got the Mughal Empire. So, there you go. That was in the 16th century. So, yeah, round just after Elizabeth I. But anyway, those are the countries it picked. Tells you here. Back to the East India Company. Just wanted to find a bit more information. And then, how much did the British Army cost in India? Yeah, so it's just a bit more information there that it was bringing up, so I just photocopied it. Yeah, that's a bit more of that. A bit more, we're moving along in time here. Oh, it's not turning the page. Turn the page. And in the midst of this information comes out about what is the mud flood. There you go. There you go. There you go, and I couldn't believe it. Look. The EMF weapon that was tuned for life and wiped out the Tartarian Empire is your rapture. The mass disappearance of people and animals wasn't from aliens or from bearded bread and fish, and it was an energy weapon. There you go. And then our staged mud flood reality. So I thought, wow, because obviously I was looking up other stuff and it just led me on to this. Oh, look. Oh, I've got to go back. Tuned such as iron in our red blood cells. There you go. EMVF. There. So you can read that if you want. Not sure if I trust the years they've used in this, because we don't know nothing anymore about it, but it was just interesting to see stuff. There was no clothing, no traces, nothing, just grand architecture that the government of our present day have decided to turn into public work types of buildings. So there you go. It's a mud flood, there you go. Talks about other history further back. Thousands of years. The Earth's slate was wiped clean after the particular deluge which not only took the inhabitants of Tartaria but also the Mayans and other civilizations that vanished without a trace. They were all taken at once. Amazing. occasionally they come out of line a little bit because I send them and yeah, they just come out of line. But anyway, I'm not sure if I agree with all the years in this. This goes on a bit. Let's go on. The religious implications of Tartaria. Noah's flood, which is said to have been roughly 6,000 years under. Anyway, yeah. Oh, let's go back to that. Just read a bit more about Tartaria. The Tartarians were masters of masonry, brickwork, STEM punk style technology, university free energy, and grand architecture. Wow. Yeah. That's that bit there. You can read it if you want. Just stop the video and have a look at it. They were called, and the other thing as well is Tartarians were called breatharians, a being who does not rely on the digestion and burning of calories from food and water, but instead rather receives energy straight from the ether. The ether is thought to be very fabric of the space-time continuum that some would associate with electrons, the wind, the Holy Spirit, the atmosphere, and the gases in the atmosphere such as oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen. Since the Tartarians quite possibly had a completely altered digestive system than the one we have, they had no need for toilets or bathrooms, which is something a lot of people mention, which would hint at one of the reasons why bathrooms in the recent past have been used quite extensively as social gatherings. But I wonder why that they would be like that. But anyway, Tartarians were that's that bit there. We carried on that bit there. Anyway, let's go on. The ether is thought to be very fabric of space-time continuum, and some would associate the electrons, the wind, the Holy Spirit, the atmosphere, and the gases. I think we've done this one. Yeah, we've done that one. Sorry, it's just repeated itself. It's not easy when you're doing research. Anyway, it says here the Tartarians were tall people, averaging from 8 to 12 feet in height. They would have been considered giants to our current average height of only 6 foot. However, back then, the height of 10 foot was the average, like the civilizations before, from whom heights averaged 12 feet, 50 feet, 2+ miles, etc. Each preceding civilization had an average taller height than the civilizations coming after them, and each succeeding civilization had an average shorter height than the civilizations predating them. Statues are diminishing after each deluge and each new astrological age we enter. Civilizations in current astrological age, the age of Pisces, the shorter in height than the civilizations that existed in previous astrological age, the age of Aries, and would be taller in the height than civilizations that existed in the age of Aquarius. Tartarians are thought to have been breatharians, a being who does not rely on the digestion and burning of calories from food and water, but instead receives it from the ether. Wow. Tartarius, the underworld, is due to the Tartarian Empire having been buried and wiped out during the mud flood. The world of the Tartarians is literally the world of the world under our world, the underworld. The Tartarius wasn't the underworld and will never be the underworld. Tartaria. Tartarius. Tartaria is the underworld. Yeah, so you can read that. Who were the Tartarians? So they possibly founded by Noah's son, making up the world-renowned Tartarian Empire. The Tartarians were a tall people, averaging from 8 to 12 feet in height. There you go. So some of these will be a bit backward because when you put them in, they just mix them all up when I put them on Facebook, didn't I? To get the messages off. So we're just going through. Tartarian Empire flourished due to part of the civilization being a leader in advanced technology, free energy, and grand architecture. Tartaria is also the Greek word for Tartarius. Originated from. I just thought they said they were different people, but anyway. The donation of lost souls, spending eternity in Tartarus, the underworld, is due to the Tartarian Empire having been buried and wiped out during the mud flood. The world of the Tartarians is literally the world under our world. The underworld. Tartarus wasn't the underworld and will never be the underworld. Tartaria is the underworld. They've repeated that. I feel a bit crazy now. Anyway, yeah, you can read that. What is Tartaria? And then it talked about is the name of the pre-Mongolian Empire that originated in North Asia before spanning the entire Northern Hemisphere. There you go. Great Tartaria, but it went to the south as well because there are buildings like that in Australia. Great Tartaria was the largest empire during its time and would have still been the largest empire today. The Tartarian Empire flourished during part of the civilization being a leader in advanced technology, free energy and granite. We've kind of read that, but there you go. Keeps repeating itself. But anyway, that is the Mongol Empire. There you go, 13th, 14th century. And there's a little video and it went right across there and so forth. But anyway, on to the next bit. And there is the Mughal Empire. Now, when we get to this one, Afghanistan, Kashmir, so forth. So we're back to the East India Company where I started because I was looking up the dates. Yeah, there you go. So on. We're looking for the date, 1746. Yeah, there you go. We're back to a mud flood. Anyway, anybody can stop this video and have a look at this if they want. They've got a bit jumbled up. So this is this person's theory. This EMF molecular destruction weapon was turned to a specific frequency in which anything with steel in it, such as building cars, but didn't. Yeah, that's in 9/11. That's Hutchinson effect. There you go. That's about that. There you go. The EMF weapon that was tuned for life and wiped out the Tartarian Empire is your rapture. The mass disappearance of people and animals wasn't from aliens. Oh, we've done that one. Why have they come through twice? I think I made sure that I got the information. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? That one's smaller. Can't read that one. Oh, they're all smaller. That's better. Yeah, there you go. This is more about the mud flood and Tartaria time, which you can stop and look at if you want to. I think some of it's a bit repeated, personally. Noah's flood was not only was the pre-Sumerian, so it talks about that. So there you go. Lots of years. I don't think it's that long ago, to be honest. I think, anyway, who can say? No one can say. Yeah, we've done that one. Yeah, we've done them. Done that one. We've done that one as well. But it's just good to see the word Tartarians being used. Done that one. Why are they repeating them? Oh my goodness, we're going through the same things. Anyway, they're all the same kind of time. The dates, when you look at the dates. Yeah. Quite incredible then. And the Tartarians seem to disappear. And they were 8 to 10 feet tall. So very interesting, I think.